associated with being a father, particularly when you are unemployed, particularly when you're dealing with health issues, particularly when you're dealing with the criminal justice system that unfortunately criminalizes a lot of fathers for trying to be men. I don't have to remind you that you're not perfect. I know you're not perfect. I'm not perfect. But there's a scripture or a song in the church that we used to sing that says that he looked beyond my faults and he saw my needs. So this Father's Day, we want there to be a spirit of compassion for fathers the same way there's a spirit of compassion for mothers on Mother's Day. Yes. Let me illustrate a point real quick, because I do believe that, yeah, black men, we make our mistakes, but in a lot of ways, we're demonized. We're demonized in this society. Let's look at some of the celebrities that we love to celebrate, okay? Let's take a look at the great boxer, Floyd Mayweather. Okay. Floyd Mayweather was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. His father had him in the gym early on in his life. He came up to become the greatest fighter of our era. But when people speak of his father, you know what they say? They say Floyd Mayweather's father is the reason he didn't have a childhood. But were it not for his father, he wouldn't be who he is. Yes. The father gets no credit for the success. Let's look at Beyonce. Let's talk. Let's look at Beyonce.
Really?
Who was it? Who was it that hand carried Beyonce to the various banquets and all the different venues to help her to master her craft? Okay, she's the most celebrated pop star in the world right now. But when they speak of her father, they always speak of the negative aspect of his life. He hardly even gets credit for her success. Look at Venus and Serena. When they talk about their dad protected them from the gang-infested streets of Compton, and he used a VHS tape to teach them how to play tennis. He literally changed the world of sports through his interaction and his involvement in his daughter's life. But every time they speak of Richard Williams, it's in a negative connotation. He gets no credit for the success of his children. And let's not even talk about Joe Jackson, who I believe was not a perfect man. But let's be realistic. Give credit where credit is due. The man built the dynasty. Yes, the man produced the greatest entertainer that we've ever seen. But when we speak about Joe Jackson, they never give him credit for Michael Jackson's success. They would rather give the credit to the mother, and she deserved whatever credit is due, but they always demonize him and say he's the reason Michael Jackson didn't have a childhood.